Okay, good morning students. In previous lecture, we have seen about causes of failures and what is earthen dam design. Now we will see design considerations of earthen dam. Okay, here there is a small structure for you in before. If you see in before how it is there, general surface here it is there. Okay, and this is your subgrade soil, whether it is soil or whatever it is there. Okay, upon that one there is soil layer like this. Okay, in this side we are having water, and in this side it is empty. Just I want to show you how at the dam structure will be there overview. Here we can see here. Okay, now already you know what is at the dam dissolve, so no need of once again explanation here. Factors influence design. Factors influence design. The characteristics of particular site have a greater influence on design of earthen dam than they do other engineering structure. Okay, here we have to know main particular site at what location we are deciding. Okay, and how we will design. Okay, how we will design of earthen dam based on engineering structure. Main location is important, and soil available is most important here. Okay, construction of embankment may be dominate the entire design. Okay, generally on entire design what will be there for us, soil will be there. Okay, although in most cases soil must be considered in conjunction with conditions such as nature of foundation, climate of region, and size and shape of the valley. Here what is important here, it is main say size, how much area we are making borrow pit, and what shape here it is there, and at what shape you are providing your earthen dam, that is also most important for us. Means here we have to know our nearer location. For suppose see here at Valneshwar we are constructing our earthen dam. Okay, nearby location we have to see where is our soil is available. Okay, based on that we can make transportation from there to here, and we can construct our earthen dam. Okay, next, fundamentals in designing of aerodynam. A through exploration of the foundation and abutment and an evaluation of quantities. Okay, means foundation is important here, abutment how we are providing, and quantity, whether required amount of quantity of soil is available or not, that one we have to see. Okay, and construction materials, amongment construction material like concrete. Okay, if you are providing concrete materials should be there. Okay, with a reasonable distance of the site. Generally site location should be nearer. A study of all conditions which may influence the design. Okay, all conditions. Okay, selection of possible trial design. Next, analysis of safety of the trial design. Means whenever you are seeing the soil properties, generally for every 300 meter collect the soil. Okay, and check the properties of that soil. Generally whether it is highway construction, or whether it is pile foundation, or whether it is canal design. Okay, earth dam, gravity dam, for every 300 meter collect the soil sample and make it as sample number 1 2 3 4 like that, and check it, because soil property may change. For suppose in some conditions maybe silt soil will be there, in some conditions clay soil will be there. Like the different types of soil make chances in our foundation itself. The modifications of design in order to meet minimum stability requirements. Next, all stability requirements should be there. Means like you can say friction. Next, as per Reynolds. Okay. Next, be all type of stabilities like stability number. We all are having different numbers. Okay, these all should be satisfied before our design. Next, preparation of detailed cost estimation. And main important is here estimation. Based on estimation only we can decide, because how much overall cost it is going, that much is available with us or not, that much amount, that is the most important, whether we can decrease, because here most of the chances are here excavation chances most are there, because we have to bring soil from one location to another location. Means in this process what will happen here, transportation charges will be increased, and generally for doing excavating we required some missions. For that mission we have to provide diesel. So this all we have to see. Okay, based on that we have to make our cost of estimation. Next, final selection of design which seems to be best combination of economy, safety, convenience in construction. Whatever it is there, as per economy it should be you means it should be nearer our target. Next, safety should be there. Next, and convenience in construction. Okay, main economic safety is enough for us. Next, here we can see already. I think this one I have shown in your first in my first lecture. Here you can see this is our embankment. Okay, this is our gate controls. Okay, means to release water like this. And here we are having spillway. Spillway is also to control the water. Okay, and here we are having outlet works. Next, material available embankment construction. One of the principal economic advantages of a dam is that nature has already fabricated the construction material are placed them free to charge at the site. Generally, what will happen? Uh, Whatever available it is there, it should not get some amount. Means for suppose soil it is there, we should not purchase that one. It should be freely available for us. Okay. Next, some cases only type of soil readily available, and the principal design problem is to determine most economical dam that can be made from it. Okay. Generally, soil how much it is available readily, that much. And for suppose if you want to purchase same type of soil, then we can go 100% purchase is not means if you are purchasing 100% soil which is required. Okay, means what will happen, cost will be increased. So instead of that one, if you are having 80% 90% based on availability soil we have to construct, and the remaining 10% it is okay to purchase if it is not available with us. Next, it is an impervious soil. The design consists of homogeneous embankment with small amount of pervious material to control the internal seepage. Homogeneous embankment means, for suppose, from low level to top level, means from low level to top level same type of soil should be there. Okay, then only we can see this. Only single type of soil will be there, so that we can control seepage and other properties of soil. If it is a pervious sand or gravel, a dam is very thin core may be used where the enough impervious is available to make a core. Okay, thin core means what? For suppose this is our dam. Okay, in between we will provide one thin core. Okay, like this. See here, like this. Like this, thin core we can provide, thick core we can provide. Okay, why we are providing this thin core thick core? Just to increase our uh, strength of our dam. Okay, it is a previous sand and gravel, a dam with a very thin core. Okay, pervious sand and gravel. Generally this thin core or thick core we will provide by um, gravel or sand. Okay, at the other extreme of sites with a great number of varied soil which can be incorporated in different combinations into embankment. Means in embankment we may provide some different types of combinations also based on availability of soil. In such case, it is advised to plan a zone dam with the finer and more impervious materials placed in the internal core or coarser material utilized to provide strength and drainage in upstream and downstream. Generally, what will happen here? Generally, when we are providing our materials, these are okay. Here, instead of using different types of soils, these are better to go based on zone. Like this soil belongs to zone 1, this soil belongs to zone 2, this soil belongs to zone 3. Like this, based on zone, we have to decide and we have to construct our dam. And one more thing, at the locations of upstream and downstream, instead of soil, if instead of soil, better you can produce some rocks. Okay, why? The use of rock or coarser means, like you can say, more than 4.75 mm. Okay, if the aggregate size is more than 4.75, then we can say it as coarse aggregate. Okay, at that location, somehow we can provide like this. Why? Okay, if you provide like this, because that coarser materials will have some less saturation process, means water saturation will be somehow less and strength also will be increased. Like this we can construct our uh, earthen dam, where two types of soil occur in horizontal layers in same borrow pit. They can either excavate it selectively and place it in different zones of the dam. Generally, for suppose in some location will be there, two types of soil will be there at a time. At that location, we can excavate, either excavate selection zone or excavate entire and provide wherever it is required, like this. Okay, means generally selection is good. Means for suppose up to here only a single type of property is there, excavate that one and use for your construction. If you mix both of the soil, what will happen? The properties will be changed. Either it may lose our properties like strength properties of soil, it may lose. Next, here we can see thin core, thick core. Just I said na. Here he is providing thin core one location, and here he is providing, and here also he can provide. Okay, like this. Next, removal of oversized cobbles. The largest cobble used in embankment is example of small core. The maximum diameter is set of 5 or 6 embankment sections is up to diameter in 24 inches. These all are cobbles. These all are what? Cobbles. Whether we can remove these all are cobbles we can say. Okay. Generally it will have the diameter of 5 or 6. Okay. Means oversized if for suppose if there is extra size like these cobbles and stones you can say or steel you can say this type of one we have to remove. Okay. Why? If the soil for the core of the dam contains few percentage of oversized copper, the purpose of remove them is to improve compaction and quality of embankment. What is the use of this removing like this one? It will increase the compaction process and quality. Quality, if quality is improving means immediately was strength is increasing. Okay, but if the soil contained a large quantity of oversized cobbles, two other benefits may be obtained. Sorry, here cobbles means nothing but large size aggregates we can say. Okay, large size aggregates. Sorry. Okay, the amendment can be made impervious and oversized cobbles can become an important source of material for the construction of free drainage zones. Generally, what will happen if you remove this oversized one, this drainage process will be somehow good. Next, like this. For suppose see here, a large size of cobbles are there. Okay, the procliner is making what he is doing. The operator is removing all the cobbles at one location and placing it another. We don't think that this all will be waste. We can use for aggregate purpose. Generally, if you see in our Pimper, we are having crushing machine. Okay, if, crushing factory we are having. If you go there, what they will do? They will bring this like this cobbles. Okay, and they will make into crushing. Okay, when they are crushing, what will happen? It will form into different sizes. Generally, what will happen? Uh, as you all are in BE, we will say like this. We have to use only 20 size aggregate, 16 aggregates, 10 aggregates. Like this purpose, this will be helpful for us. Okay. Next, climate. Main climatic conditions also we have to see. The design of a dam is affected by climate. Obviously, climate condition is most important because soil we are providing only soil here. In regions where construction must be carried on during a rainy season, it is often to preferable design the dam with sloping upstream core instead of central core. Okay, generally here upstream core means see here thick core if you see hmm, here thick core whatever it is here if you see in second image thick core he has provided and he is providing entire dam. If you are providing like this one what will happen especially in rainy season it will be helpful somehow for us. Okay, both upstream and downstream will have some core material. With that what will happen, our dam condition will be good. In arid or semi-arid regions, it much easier wet climates to control the construction water content of fine grained soil. Arid and semi-arid means for suppose see here arid and semi-arid. Like you can say the regions of Rajasthan, Punjab, like this. What will happen? Like you can say not only that one we can say wet climates easier than it wet climates to control the construction of water content. Arid and semi-arid means coldest areas we can say like our Maharashtra conditions we can say. Next, characters of foundation. It possible to build an earth dam and almost kind of foundation. The foundation characteristics may or may not have large influence on the embankment design. Okay, it is possible to do build an earth dam means for suppose if foundation everything is correct. Okay, we can provide our means the entire dam is based on our foundation only. Your here our foundation is nothing but subgrade layer. These are the embankment is that on a foundation of soil with low shear strength must usually be made border with flatter sloped than would otherwise required. Means here what he is saying, soil which is having low shear strength. Okay, with that type of soil we can prefer some borders. That what he is saying here. For pervious soil foundation, either seepage cutoff must be provided or under seepage must be controlled to avoid the danger of piping. Generally here, as it is here only soil, we will have some seepage. Okay, generally what will happen, if you are having some controlling of seepage pipes, these are, then we can construct. Means like you can say, if you insert small pipes in our dam, what will happen? It will be helpful for drainage works. This all. Okay, like this we have to provide. In the case of rock foundation, special design details are used to seal the core of dam to the rock. Generally, if you are having rock foundation, we are having some special designs for core and dam. Okay. Next, here you can see impervious stratum. We can see foundation. Here it is a. Here we are having cutoff. This part we can say as shell. Okay, top width, and here you can see already I have covered this all. No need of saying this side will have upstream and this side will have topstream. Means for each layer he has provided. Here we are having riprap, filter materials we are having, internal drainage he is provided. Again filter material it is there, toe drain here it is there, toe. Here toe drain is nothing but drainage at bottom. Okay, freeboard also here it is there, riprap. What is the use of riprap? Generally what he is doing here, as it is somehow upstream location, uh, in this location he is provided some extra thick here. Okay, why? If you provide some rocks, means what will happen, either concrete layer or with like soil layer, what will provide some big type of rocks, like you can say 40 mm 50 mm rocks. If you provide, what will happen, whenever we are getting waves dissolve at that during that time our dam will be support. Okay, like this. So he is providing here both sides riprap. Okay, like this. Next, shape and size of the valley. Shape and size of the valley at the dam site may have an important influence on the design of the dam. Number of ways. Generally, dams we are having shape and size also. It may be triangular, it may be trapezoidal. Based on this, all will be based on our location itself. Based on our location, availability of material. In narrow valley or in valley with steep abutment, special design provisions may be necessary. For suppose valley means what? Like this. This is valley and this is summit. Generally here we will have valley. Okay, in valleys, steep abutment we have to provide, and we have to use some special design provisions. Okay, based on our Indian provisions. In very narrow valley, the area of construction surface is small and large quantities of equipment cannot be used efficiently. Means for suppose we are having some like you can say heavy valleys, we can say at that location we can construct only small type of dams, and large quantity of equipment is not possible to use there. Okay, for dams in very narrow valleys with steep walls, it may be necessary using piping resistant cores. Generally, what I said, some special provisions we have to take that type of set. Here we can use piping resistant cores, special filters, or other design details which minimize to the danger of embankment cracking due to differential settlement. Okay, here what will happen, mainly here we will face problem of settlement. Due to that one, what will happen, there is a chance of occurring cracks in our embankment. Okay, to control this one, here we can provide piping or special filters. Filters means these are, see here, he is providing here filter like this. Okay, next, homogeneous jam. Homogeneous are constructed entirely, almost entirely of a single embankment material. Homogeneous means what? Same. Means from bottom to top, everything will be same. Okay. Homogeneous embankments are used most often in dams of low to moderate height. Generally, if height is low, then only we can provide. How much height we can provide? 20 to 25 feet maximum. To this we can provide homogeneous dam. No need of entire. Okay. Here we will generally will provide sands and sand gravel mixture also. Oh, remaining everything is same. Homogeneous means what? In the name itself, everything should be will be same. Next, again here also same. Next, here you can see typical homogeneous of cross section. Okay, foundation drain he is provided, and a chimney also we will provide here. Okay, here we will provide some chimney also. What is the use of chimney? For suppose it will control some air you can say, or drainage we can say. Generally chimney means what? Generally in our houses also we will provide chimney. Why? Especially in kitchens we will provide whatever fog it is due to our cooking is all, it will go outside through the chimney. Here instead of that one, through the chimney water will be pass here. Okay, and see here, here maximum here provide for 4 feet, means subgrade royal whatever it is, 4 feet we can provide here. Okay, cut off trench we can say here. This one is nothing but trench, mainly for drainage purpose. This all it will be helpful. And here blanket drainage will be the transition fill. Okay, this side we are providing transition fill, and at the end we are providing some rock or gravel. Okay, again same here, this is our transition filter. Okay, this is also transition filter we can say, or rock or gravel. And again here also same chimney drain, here it is a rock toe and either sand gravel, drain, like this. And here you can see foundation drain, perforated collector. Whatever collector means what, water, whether if excess of water it is there, everything it will be collect. Okay, and it will throw outside like pipe outlet. Okay, here what type of aggregates we can provide? Coarse filter around the slots, like this. Everything we have to provide. Please pause this video. Sorry. Well, please pause this video and see the cross section in detail. Next, thin core dams. Thin core dams you have seen. Inside how much here it is, somehow thickness will be less. This is common here, no? Next, again you can see here thin core. Okay. Here you can see top of sound rock. Here this is nothing but core. This entire part is core. Dam with inclined and dam with central. Generally central will be good somehow instead of inclined. Okay. Next, in this type of dam, core may be sloped. Again, these all are same here. No need of. Okay, here because generally here core. For suppose here we are providing one area slope and in one area somehow right angle triangle. As if these both are present, the slope will be somehow more. Okay, like this. Next, the pervious zones are constructed either sand, gravel, or rock. Understood, I think so. The problem of determining minimum safe thickness is amenable. Theoretical treatment for no defined rules can be given. Generally, we have to find out the thickness, how much thickness we can provide, like this. Already some thickness I have given in my previous lecture. You can go through it. The total seepage loss. Seepage loss we have to calculate here. Minimum width which will permit proper construction. We have to see. Means minimum width how much here it is there. That much width we have to provide. Type of material available for core and shells, design of proper filter layers, recreate a small project. Generally, here at the dams we can provide only for small dams. The minimum core thickness should always depend on great extent of plasticity and gradation of core material. Okay. Advantages of vertical and sloping cores in dams. The higher pressure will exist on the contact between core and foundation. Generally, what will happen as it is a only soil, some pressure will be increased. Okay, by layer. Okay, due to this vertical or some sloping, it will be controlled somehow. On what basis it will control? Especially on leakage of water. Especially on leakage of water, at that conditions it will be controlled. The thickness of vertical core is slightly greater for a given quantity of impervious soil than thickness of sloping cores. Okay. uh, Thickness of vertical core means vertical core we have seen. Okay, and slope we have seen. Generally the thickness will be somehow large here. If you compare with vertical, this thickness will be somehow large here. Based on image, if you see, this one will be somehow large image, but actually this will be somehow large based on thickness. Okay, because it is coming with slope. Next, the filter layers between core and upstream and downstream pervious zone can be made thinner with less difficulty in construction. Filter layer with vertical core dams. Generally, in these vertical core dams, uh, at upstream and downstream phases, we will provide some means thickness will be somehow less, because already inside we are having some thickness material exactly at the center. With that, we can decrease our thickness. Next, disadvantages of sloping core is that location of area of the contact between core and foundation depends on depth of foundation. Generally, this core, whether it is vertical or whether it is slope, it will be main depend upon depth of the foundation. Okay, if depth is not correct, immediately what will happen? It will be failure. Okay. Next, typical embankment sections. Already we have seen in our starting one, this one. Homogeneous. Next, hydraulic fill. Next, thick central core, thin central core, inclined core, rolled rock fill, concrete deck, asphaltic concrete deck, like this. Already we have seen this one in our first lecture, I think so. Okay. Next, these are the reference we can say. And friends, this is about today's lecture. If you are having any doubts, you can contact me. Thank you so much. Take care.